Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
I'm trying to figure out how to budget my money to get out of debt.
Okay. Tell us a little bit more. What's the debt?
Car payments, house, and a lot of small debts, a couple credit cards, and a student loan.
All right, let's go. Let's list them out for us. So go smallest to largest, the biggest debt down to the smallest. Start with the biggest debt.
$150,000 for my house.
Okay, we'll leave the house out right now because we're going to work on that other debt. So keep going.
$12,000 for my truck. $3,000 for my wife's car. About $2,000 on a student loan, and then two different credit cards are one $700 and one $600.
Okay. And what is your combined income? Do you have two incomes or one?
Two.
Okay.
Me and my wife.
So what's your combined income?
Roughly $60,000.
Okay. All right. What's the truck worth right now if you were to sell it, private sale, not to a dealer? What's the truck worth?
Roughly $25,000.
Okay, that's great news. Okay, and how much is the $3,000 car? How much is that worth?
About $6,000.
Okay. All right, so that's everything you got, correct?
That's everything.
Do you have any cash outside of your checking account at all? What kind of cash do you have?
None. I just sold a four-wheeler to afford tires for both of our vehicles because we live paycheck to paycheck.
All right, so you guys are struggling just to make it to the end of the month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Majorly.
All right. So what is specific? What is your question today? Are you struggling with budgeting, or is it a bigger issue where you guys aren't on the same page about money? I'd like to see more income, but what do you think is the big cause of this? Is it a lack of budgeting, or is it you guys are on two different pages? One's trying, the other's spending like crazy. Give us a little bit more.
I think it's a lack of budgeting because, I mean, we buy our groceries. We eat most of our meals at home. We eat about one meal out a week. You know, it's kind of like a date. It's just we live, you know, our bills take most of our paychecks. We don't really have much income week by week, and it's just I feel suffocated. And I got a baby on the way that's due in about 3 weeks.
Okay, so
I don't know how I'm going to afford child care.
All right, let's figure this out. So what is your income and what do you do? And then tell us your wife's income and what she does.
My income is like, I want to say 32 or 35. I don't know exactly. I make about $17 an hour.
What do you do?
I am a water plant operator.
Okay, great. What does your wife do?
She works for the courthouse, and she makes about $15.50.
Okay. All right. What is the mortgage? You don't have a very big mortgage. What's your mortgage payment?
It's almost $1,200.
Okay, well that is a huge chunk of your take home.
It's a massive, and we don't even owe that much. I think it's because we're so young.
Yeah.
No, that didn't have anything. What's your interest rate on that? Do you know?
It's all interest rate.
I think it's almost 8%.
Good.
That's the issue.
Call my friends at Churchill Mortgage right when you get off this call and see about refinancing that house.
Yeah, I agree. What's your truck payment?
It's $330.
Okay, I'm going to start there. And the reason I'm going to start there is because that's a $300 a month raise, which is a massive deal for you. And you've got equity in that. And I would sell it. If you can sell that for $25, you owe $12. That's going to leave you $13. I would go buy a $5,000 truck because I can find them all day long online and have done it before. And then I'm going to take that $8,000 and I'm going to knock out your wife's car payment. I still got $5,000 left over. I'm taking out the $2,000 student loan. What do I got left? I'm trying to run this in my head.
Then I'm putting the rest of it in a savings account. It's going to be in my emergency fund because I'm about to have a little baby in my house.
I agree, but I mean, I
also got the two credit cards, which is $1,300 for both.
No, I got that.
Those are gone then.
But I think he can get rid of it all. If I did the math right, I think you pay your entire debt off with the proceeds from the truck, brother.
You're free.
That's massive. What is your car payment on the wife's car?
$180.
Okay, so that's $480. All right, and we should start going down the list.
Yeah, you just got a $6,000 a year raise if you do this. $500 a month.
Now I'm going to say one other thing. You, my friend, your wife's pregnant, so I'll let her off the hook. Although I'd like to see her pick up some hours, pick up 15 to 20 hours a week at Walmart, working evenings while the baby's in the oven. But you definitely need to be picking up another 20 to 30 hours a week to actually get this emergency fund built up. Because you can be debt-free and start stacking into the emergency fund really quickly. But this is all effort. I'm going to sell my truck, pay off all the debt, stick the rest in savings, and my wife and I are going to work like we got no tomorrow in order to stack up 5, 6, 7 grand. All this is doable, am I right, John?
All this is doable. But hey, listen, you're on it. You said the baby comes in 3 weeks?
Oh, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, and your wife works hourly, right? So if she is at home for 2 or 3 weeks on maternity leave or 6 weeks,
We just took a huge hit.
you lose half your income, right?
She has paid maternity leave for 6 weeks.
Oh, outstanding.
Right.
High five those people in
But
Lexington. Good for her.
listen, my man. We live in a world, Adam, Zach, that would tell you, well, you take off time. No, you're not.
You can't afford it, brother.
You can't afford to take time off with your wife. You got to be working.
Yeah.
Crazy hours.
Yeah.
And so you go get a second job, sell everything. If you sell this truck, you are debt-free. $500 a month raise right there.
And let's also call Churchill, like you said.
Let's call Churchill and get this house, see if we can't get the house refinanced. That's number 2. And number 3, brother, you're on the horn, get another job. I think with someone who works in a water treatment plant, who works as hard as you do on a day in, day out, you should expect to make 50 to 60 grand.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, my biggest issue is I'm unlicensed, but I'm supposed to be licensed in April, and that should be a little bit of a pay raise. And then I've been picking up odd jobs like crazy and working, 16-hour shifts about 4 days a week.
Good man. But let's go get the best hourly rate we can right now. I don't care what it is.
And let's don't get a certification for a little bitty raise.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's go get a certification or change fields so that in 2 years, you're doubling your salary.
I'd like to see you be looking at the trades, Zach. I really would. I want you to get through baby and get a nice emergency fund, but I'd like you to start thinking about the trades. You're talking about a plumber, electrician, that down the road, if that's something that you're interested in. I don't want to push you into that, but the type of work you do, I think that'd be a nice transition, and we're talking about a much better situation when it relates to hourly rate, plus benefits, plus a nice ladder forward. But listen, Zach, we just gave you, this is easy compared to calls that we get. Selling that truck changes your life.
It also signals to your wife and that new baby, I'm the husband and I'll do anything for my family. By the way, honey, I sold the truck and I picked up a second job for the next 6 months so I can get us ahead financially.
You guys will be fine. You got a small mortgage. Let's see if we can get you a better rate on that. But just doing what we said of selling the truck's going to make the margin there. So
go get it, brother.
Get after it, my man. There's no sitting around waiting anymore. You got to move.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.